Alright, it's been day 2 and 3. Today's day 3. Yesterday I didn't record anything because I actually felt pretty pretty fucking tired after work and everything. Plus, the withdrawals also were doing certain things. Today also hasn't been the best of times. Definitely more and more temptation to actually um pick up smoking again. Me and my girlfriend went on a nice walk to the beach and all that, but there was a lot of people walking by who were smoking, and the sense of smell it surprised me. People were quite the distance away, but once you're trying to deprive yourself of, like, let's say, smoking and all that, you can smell it from a mile away. And it seems so potent, it doesn't want to leave your nose. Everything, if I would have to explain that in a way, it would be the same as in cartoons. You know, they put cake or pie on this windowsill, and the smell is traveling to, like, someone and hits the nose and practically lifts them up in the air and is trying to get them to there and all that. Well, yeah, that's how it partially felt like. Except, I wasn't levitating towards the cigarette. That'd already be some voodoo shit. Um, yeah. Overall, what I can say from feelings currently, sleep is getting better, but also worse at the same time. Um, what else? Um, yeah, hunger is weird. It's going up and down. Um, at some moments I'm hungry to the point where it feels like I could eat half of a cow, but the other times it just feels like I have just eaten or I'm not hungry at all. Um, what else? Like, there's cravings towards anything that could stimulate the brain and everything, same as nicotine did. I have to find something like playing an interesting game, or watching something that interests me, because to occupy your mind off of it, like get to doing something that interests you, or watching something that interests you, is, I think, also key to that, because there's been times when I've been playing games like Wolfenstein 2 New Colossus, and actually even GTA 5, like the story, or some other games, like, actually, I think it was Rebel Inc., like the game after Plague Inc., because I have finished it nearly once already on, not important, but playing certain games, I didn't even feel the need or want to smoke because I was so invested in the game. I maybe, like, went for a meal, maybe some water, or something like that, right? But I completely forgot that I even smoked, and usually was someone who reminded me of that, like, oh, I haven't seen you go for a smoke for a bit, or like, do you want to go for a smoke? Or like my brother coming over and being like, hey yo, like, what's up? Do you have a cigarette and all that? And I'm like, oh shit, I haven't smoked for like 3 or 4 hours. Definitely should go for a smoke. Or should I could also just smoke 2 cigarettes since I have skipped out so much. And, yeah. It is a weird thing. And now, being without that, like, just cutting it off, I can definitely not, like, go to the store and buy some more, since the store is so close, but I'm trying to stay away from that. It's getting very difficult because, well, I don't really have that much time to be invested in a game too much, nor in a TV show, nor I have too much opportunities to actually do much of the things that I'd like to do or want. And still also, well, now it's a Saturday, I don't have work, but at work also, every single break that I have is basically a smoke break. So yeah, definitely have to figure something out and see how it is in the next update that I'll make to the journal about quitting it. But for now, probably the most difficult part is trying to find something to switch it out with. So for now, my mind is occupied and not constantly thinking about smoking. I tried playing CS:GO today, but it just made me pissed off because there's so many trolls and everything now. So yeah, definitely also should probably stay away from situations that agitate me too much, because that will in return also make me want to have a smoke to calm the fuck down. Yeah, but just being on withdrawals overall is already like stressing me the fuck out. Body overall is in like stress because I just cut it off like cold turkey basically. Um yeah. Yeah. Man, there's still a lot to do and a lot to go through before I'm even close to being done. It's proving to be more difficult this time around as well. I've tried many times over, but the more you try and the more you fail, the harder it gets. And right now, it's gone already. It's day 3. Day 3 is nearly done. Tomorrow's day 4. Of course, I can feel like my body's trying to clear up already. It's getting harder to breathe and all that, and in more crowded spaces, and overall just feeling tired and kind of sleepless at the same time. Yeah. I'll see how the upcoming days are, and will definitely be more invested in trying to find something to replace one stimulation with another to the brain, at least for a week or two, and see how that goes. Yeah, so I could basically stop thinking about cigarettes or heat or whatever, basically nicotine overall. And yeah. So that's I think for the most part it for now. Not the best of feelings. The summary, not the best of feelings. Trying to find different ways to stimulate my brain, and overall just trying to keep it together. You could say that. Yeah. Yeah, that should be just about it. Nothing too much other than that has happened. Yeah. As I said in the last one, if anyone has any stories of how they managed to kick smoking, then surely leave it in the comments, because I know one person that dropped smoking when he went to military. He was late to one of the classes by, what was it, like 10 seconds, because he had to extinguish a cigarette. So he was made to go in line outside together with his whole platoon, and he had to smoke. So, he smoked one cigarette, extinguished it, an ashtray was placed in front of him. Then the surgeon said, "Did I tell you to stop?" So he smoked another one, and he kept smoking until the whole pack was done, and he got very sick. He was like throwing up and nearly passing out, because that's like nicotine overdose already. And ever since that day, that dude hasn't smoked at all. Like he stays away from that. He gets even a sick feeling in his stomach when he smells cigarette smoke. So yeah, that I guess that's one way to do it. And I think around the end of journals, I'll start adding stories from people that I know that have dropped smoking and how they did it. And yeah, anyhow, that's about it for today. See you guys in the next update.